Welcome to Abundify, a channel created to help you achieve maximum abundance in all areas of your life. Here, we believe that true transformation begins within and radiates into every part of your existence. And at the end of this video, I'll share a powerful bonus tip to help you develop a millionaire mindset. So stay with me until the end. It might be the shift you've been waiting for. Now let me ask you something honest. How many times have you tried to change something in your life? A habit, an emotional pattern, a behavior. And despite all your good intentions, you ended up falling right back into the same old routine. You wake up motivated, tell yourself, this time, it's different, start strong, and before long, almost without realizing it, you're back in the same patterns. Same thoughts, same emotions, same reactions, same results. Frustrating, right? But there's a reason. And it's right here in this chapter of Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza, a chapter that holds one of the deepest secrets of real change. Your body is not just a servant of the mind. Over time, it becomes the mind. That's right. Your mind isn't just in your head. It's in every cell of your body, because every thought, emotion, and repetition becomes chemistry. And that chemistry becomes identity. And that identity becomes habit. And that habit becomes destiny. So when you decide to change your mind, but your body is still running the same emotional programs as always, who's really in control? Joe Dispenza explains that over time, we memorize emotions, anger, sadness, anxiety, frustration, fear. When felt repeatedly, they stop being reactions to events. They become states of being. In other words, you're not just angry because of something. You are anger. You're not just sad because of a reason. You are sadness. And the body, addicted to this emotional chemistry, starts asking for more of the same every single day. This creates a powerful and often destructive cycle. You wake up and unconsciously begin thinking the same thoughts as yesterday. They trigger the same emotions. Those lead to the same behaviors. That reinforces the same identity and produces the same results. So even if you want to change, you're trapped in a body that wants to repeat, because it's addicted to what's familiar, even if it hurts. This chapter is a reality check, but it's also a doorway to freedom. Joe teaches us that you can break the cycle. The key is to take the body out of the driver's seat and bring your consciousness back into control. And how do you do that? Through practices that elevate your energy, change your chemistry, rewire your brain, and most importantly, teach your body to feel what hasn't happened yet, but already exists in the field. He calls this emotionally teaching the body what the mind knows intellectually. It's not enough to know you want abundance. You must feel as if you're already living it. It's not enough to visualize a healthy relationship. You must make your body fall in love with the new you. Because only when you change the emotion do you change the magnetic field you're emitting. And only when you sustain that new energy, the universe begins to respond in new ways. Sounds simple? Maybe, but the body will resist. And Joe is clear about this. Every time you try to meditate or enter a new emotional frequency, the body will ask for coffee, reach for the phone, remember your to-do list, create an itch, a distraction, anything to bring you back to the old self, because the body is addicted. And that's when you must become greater than it. In the moment you say no to the old habit, the old impulse, the old feeling, and keep your attention on the new, you are reconditioning the body. You're saying, I am no longer this. And each time you win that battle, even for a moment, something rewires. The brain forms new connections. Your chemistry shifts. Your energy field reorganizes. Reality begins to respond differently. This is how you move from being a victim of your past to a creator of your future. This chapter is a user's manual for liberation. It shows that you can break the habit of being your old self, and that you can train the body to feel before reality changes, to feel love before the relationship shows up, to feel abundance before the money arrives, to feel gratitude before the healing manifests. Because it's a sustained emotion that opens the invisible gates and allows the new to unfold. And in the next part of this episode, we are going to dive into how this works biologically and energetically. We'll explore what happens in your brain and nervous system when you teach the body to memorize a new state of being, and how meditation becomes your daily tool for dismantling the old self and rehearsing the new one. Oh, and don't forget, at the end of this episode, I'll give you a powerful bonus tip to help you develop a millionaire mindset rooted in the neuroscience of abundance and energetic alignment. So take a deep breath, release the old stories, and come with me to recondition the body to a new mind, breaking the habit of the old self. Let's go deeper. By now, you understand. Your thoughts don't just stay in your head. They become chemistry. They become patterns. They become identity. But how exactly does this happen? Dr. Joe Dispenza breaks it down in this chapter in a way that's both scientific and deeply human. He explains that every time you have a thought, your brain releases a chemical. That chemical creates a feeling. That feeling feeds back into the brain, reinforcing the thought. And just like that, you've entered a loop. Thought, chemical, feeling. Thought, chemical, feeling. And if the thoughts are based on fear, guilt, unworthiness, lack, then those feelings become memoized. They become the emotional baseline of your life. The body begins to expect them, to crave them, to need them, because the body has been conditioned over time to live in those emotional states. And now it doesn't just respond to your thoughts, it demands them. That's why changing isn't just a decision. It's a biological revolution. The body becomes the mind. Joe explains something crucial here. After years of repetition, your body memorizes an emotional state better than your conscious mind does. That's why you can know you want to be abundant and still sabotage every financial opportunity. It's why you can know you want love and still feel deeply unsafe in intimacy. It's why you can know what's good for you and still return to what's familiar. Because your body is in charge. Your body has become the mind. This is what Joe calls a programmed self, a set of memorized reactions, behaviors, attitudes, and emotions that operate beneath the surface and quietly recreate the same life over and over again. To change, you must interrupt the program. You must pull the plug on the old software and write a new code. Meditation as mental rehearsal. So how do we do that? The primary tool, according to Joe, is meditation, but not the kind where you just try to silence the mind. It's active mental rehearsal. It's you becoming the director, actor, and editor of a new reality before it ever shows up outside you. And this is powerful. The brain doesn't know the difference between a real event and one that is vividly imagined with emotion. So if you sit, close your eyes, and rehearse a new way of being, if you visualize yourself speaking confidently, walking gracefully, creating with clarity, if you feel abundance, radiate joy, embody love, deeply, emotionally, vividly, then the brain begins to wire new circuits. The body begins to believe it's real. The chemistry changes. The energy shifts. And suddenly, you're no longer living from memory. You're living from creation, the resistance phase. But here's where most people stop, right after they start to feel uncomfortable. Joe warns us, the body will push back, not out of evil, out of programming. When you begin meditating to change yourself, the body might become restless. Your mind will wander. You will feel frustration. You'll want to give up. You'll hear the inner voice say, "This isn't working." That's the moment of breakthrough, if you don't quit. Because in that moment, you're meeting the old self, the one that's ruled your life from the shadows. And every time you notice it, breathe through it, and choose differently, you weaken the old neural networks and strengthen the new ones. It's not glamorous. It's not easy, but it's sacred work. It's rewiring your future, one decision at a time, becoming aware of your unconscious self. Another brilliant insight from this chapter is this: you can't change what you're not aware of. So Joe invites us to observe ourselves throughout the day, to become students of our own unconscious patterns. Ask yourself, when do I feel small, reactive, defensive? What stories do I keep telling myself? Which people or places trigger the old me? What emotions are running my day? Because every moment of awareness is an opportunity to choose differently. When you notice yourself falling into a pattern, pause, take a breath. Don't shame yourself. Just observe. This is how you move from unconscious programming to conscious creation. Reconditioning in layers. And here's something comforting. Change doesn't happen all at once. It happens in layers. Sometimes you'll feel like you're going backwards. You'll think, I already healed this. But healing isn't linear. Sometimes you revisit a wound, not because you failed, but because you're now strong enough to heal it deeper. Every meditation, every moment of awareness, every time you feel instead of react, you're sculpting the new self. And eventually, something shifts. You no longer try to be confident. You are. You no longer force gratitude. It flows naturally. You no longer pretend abundance. You feel whole, no matter what's in your bank account. That's when you know the body is no longer in charge. The program is breaking. The new you is emerging. In the next part of this episode, we'll bring it all together. You'll get 5 practical steps to help you integrate this transformation into your daily life. And a special bonus, a neuroscience-backed tip to help you develop a millionaire mindset, not by chasing money, but by becoming energetically compatible with wealth itself. So take a deep breath. You've already started to change just by being aware. Now let's take that awareness and turn it into embodied reality. You are the program and the programmer. So here we are. You now understand that your body has been programmed by your past through repeated thoughts, emotional cycles, and unconscious behaviors. But more importantly, you now know this. You are not the program. You are the one who can rewrite it. Chapter 5 of Becoming Supernatural is not just about meditation or mindset. It's about reclaiming sovereignty over your state of being, learning how to rise each day and declare, I will no longer think, feel, and act as the old self. I am choosing my future, and I am becoming it now. Joe Dispenza teaches us that real change means becoming aware of your automatic self and not reacting from it. It means waking up each morning, sitting in silence, and saying to the body, you don't get to be the mind today. I am the mind. It means overriding the urge to repeat the familiar and falling in love with the unknown. That's where the magic lives. That's where the quantum responds. That's where your new future begins. But awareness alone isn't enough. You need a rhythm, a ritual, a practice. So let me give you 5 powerful practices to recondition your body to a new mind. And then I'll share a bonus strategy to install a millionaire mindset, grounded in neuroscience and frequency. Let's go. 5 practices to recondition your body to a new mind. 1. Morning identity meditation, 20 to 30 minute daily. Each morning, sit quietly, close your eyes, and reflect. Who was I yesterday? Who do I no longer want to be? Who am I becoming? Now mentally rehearse your day, not as it is, but as if you already are this new self. Feel it, live it in your imagination. The more real it feels, the faster it installs in your nervous system. 2. Interrupt the program in real time. Throughout your day, catch yourself in old emotional loops. Stress, judgment, scarcity, shame. When you notice it, pause. Say in your mind, that's the old me. Take 3 deep breaths. Reset your posture and step into the version of you who would respond differently. This is real-time reprogramming. 3. Track the triggers. Create a trigger journal. Write down what situations or people tend to pull you into the past. This pattern recognition helps you prepare. Next time you encounter that trigger, you'll be ready, not reactive. 4. Teach the body gratitude every day. Every single day. Take 5 minutes to feel gratitude for a future that hasn't happened yet. Feel gratitude for the healing before it arrives. Gratitude for the abundance before the money shows. Gratitude for the love before the partner appears. Why? Because gratitude is a signature of receiving. And when you feel it first, you become energetically aligned with having it. 5. Daily, who am I becoming? Check in. Set a reminder on your phone that pops up midday with one question. Who am I being right now? This practice brings your unconscious self into conscious light. You remember your intention. You return to coherence. You step back into the future self. Now, bonus tip, developing a millionaire mindset. As promised, here's the bonus, a neuroscience-based technique to help you install the vibrational signature of wealth. And no, it's not about working harder or chasing money. It's about becoming the type of person who money flows to. Joe Dispenza explains that wealth is a frequency, and to attract it, you must become a vibrational match for it before the money shows up. So here's the practice. Millionaire morning alignment. 7 to 10 minutes daily. Sit in stillness. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Visualize your future self. Not just what you have, but how you feel. Feel relaxed while checking your bank account. Feel generous as you give and invest. Feel secure as you walk through life without fear. Now amplify the emotions. Feel the freedom, the confidence, the peace. Tell your body, this is my new baseline. This is familiar now. Say out loud or mentally, I'm not waiting to be rich. I'm training my body to already be wealthy, emotionally, chemically, energetically. The brain will begin to build the wiring. The body will mimize the feeling. And the universe, as always, will mirror back what you broadcast. Final message. You are not destined to repeat your past. You are not your old habits, emotions, or identity. You are creator. And the moment you stop living by memory and start living by vision, your reality begins to shift. So let this be your daily mantra. My past is not who I am. My energy shapes my life. I am no longer waiting. I am becoming. If this message from Abundify sparked something in you, if it reminded you that you're not stuck, that you're powerful, that you can create, then please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and share this video with someone who's ready to rewrite their story. Because together, we don't just dream the future, we become it. See you in the next one. And remember, you don't need to wait for the world to change. You just need to become someone new.